Does Emily like me? Yes. Does John love me? No. What's your question? Does John want to marry me? No. Jennifer, am I pregnant? Yes. George, did someone put a spell on me? Yes. Also, I do spells, so reach out to me and I can remove the spell.
Hey y'all, it's Ilana. Welcome back to my channel. We're going to be talking about terrible tarot TikTok readers and why you should stay away from them and why you should not believe anything that they say. Keep in mind, this is coming from somebody who loves tarot, loves all things witchy, loves oracle cards, loves manifestation. I eat it up. I love it. But I'm not dumb, and I also read tarot for myself. I've been doing it for the past 3 years. There are still things that I'm still learning with tarot, but after seeing so many terrible tarot readings on TikTok, I can at least determine what is fake and what is stuff that is just being made up to prey on vulnerable people who will believe this nonsense. I wanted to share some videos on like what I mean, basically giving my commentary on these readings and sharing with you why these are wrong and why they're scammy.
Someone is falling for you. I keep hearing Falling by Harry Styles. This person's going to reach out to you, want to see you, want to meet up. I feel like this person's love language could be words of affirmation or like giving and receiving gifts. Okay, this person wants to take care of you. They want to spoil you. I feel like this person really likes you. Okay, and I feel like they haven't told you this or they haven't made it like obvious to you. So there will be some kind of truth exposed. Something is going to be said. Like, I feel like you guys are going to have some sort of heart-to-heart conversation where you guys will kind of talk about.
Notice how she quickly just flashes the card and then puts it back down. You know a tarot reading is fake when they don't show you the card and they just spew out whatever bullshit is necessary. Also, why are we calling this a tarot reading? These are actually oracle cards, which are different than tarot cards. Just wanted to put that out there. But let's see what else she has to say
about your feelings and emotions towards each other. Maybe recently you guys had some sort of conflict with this person, or you didn't see eye to eye with them, or you're kind of fed up with this person because they're not telling you how they feel, and you're like, I'm not gonna wait around for you to tell me how you feel about me, because like I feel like you're more vocal, you're more expressive, you're more emotionally available than they are. Like, you're showing up here as the Queen of Cups, but they are more closed. Go to part 2.
And of course we have to go to part 2. Like, she literally has oracle cards mixed in with tarot cards, and she's just like shuffling, just saying new information without pulling a deck of cards. And a good tarot reader will actually share the card with you, tell you what it is, what it signifies, and she's not even doing that. I personally don't care what part 2 has to say, because you can already tell that a reading like this still is just going to prey on an individual who thinks like, oh, this person's in love with me, they're gonna take action, this is what I have to prepare for. It's a collective reading, and collective readings just simply don't work. Tarot readings aren't also meant to predict the future. They are meant as tools for insight. I don't use tarot to predict my future. I use it as a way to kind of give me guidance if I'm feeling stuck or lost in a situation and I need a little bit of oomph to kind of help get me there and kind of give me some insight on what I need to do. That is what tarot is for. But it's not meant to predict the future and to give you a heads up on what you need to be doing. This is an old one that I had saved a while. It's from March, so let's see what it says.
Friday, March 15th. Cross the fingers of your left hand right now, because you are about to receive excellent news that will completely change the course of your life. Listen carefully until the end and don't undo the crossed fingers. I will tell you what is going to happen and the exact date of the transformation in your life. Before doing so, click on the heart to thank you for everything.
Why do we need to click on the heart? What is that gonna do?
The universe has already done for you. Let's go there. Your life is a little precarious financially, right? That is about to change. You will receive a financial blessing in the coming days. Repeat with me. Everything in your life will prosper abundantly. Do you trust the universe? Comment I trust. Now I will tell.
I literally Three of Swords in there, which literally means heartbreak. And none of these cards are representing wealth and money. I don't see any cards that are related to the Pentacles at all. I do see some positive cards in here, but I also see a lot of negative cards in here.
When that blessing will come to you. I will show the exact date when your life will change forever. Do you believe in me? Click on the green share button on WhatsApp and see your second contact. The last digit of your number will be the exact day in March that your life will change forever. Now you can let go of your fingers and wait for the universe to do its part. May the universe bless you.
Why WhatsApp? WhatsApp is so random. I only have a few friends that use WhatsApp because I use WhatsApp for international friendships, and I can guarantee you that's not going to tell me what that message is and who is going to be involved with that. Well, March has come and gone. It's August, almost September. And if I can remember what happened in March, well, I can tell you I actually don't really remember what happened in March. I was still in school. There were some positive cards in that reading. Like I saw the Chariot, the Wheel of Fortune. So those are some great cards. While they can represent like your life changing in a positive direction, that's what the thing about these tarot readings are, is that they are vague. They don't give you any information on like what kind of insights that you should take on. There was no actionable insight or advice that you could take away from that reading. And it was just a bunch of cards. And I think it's just crazy that the Three of Swords was in there, because that is literally a card that represents heartbreak and grief. It is a very negative card. I just find it really hilarious that that was the card in that reading that represented positivity and good life changes coming your way from back in March, that is. So once upon a time, I used to follow this girl, and I liked her for her manifestation stuff, but then she just became cringe, and she always just over-exaggerates stuff. I've seen readings where she's like, oh my god, you're gonna be rich, while flashing up a card, and they'll be like, here's ways to make your ex fall in love with you. It's always about the ex-boyfriend, never about the ex-girlfriend. It's always about like, he will come back to you, he will do this, he will do that. It's always so heteronormative, and it's wild that's what she chooses to focus on. It's always about like love readings and situationships that you probably don't even have in your life. So let's see what her reading here has to say. They always say this is your sign. She always makes this face being like, oh my gosh, this card, like stop. The Lover's card, of course. They're in love with you, but you must also love yourself. Let go and just love them. Love yourself, love the universe. What? Nothing about that was helpful. As someone who's been single for a really long time, I can tell you, loving yourself isn't the reason that you're going to get into a relationship. I can guarantee you, people who have found their partners have not done the work to love themselves. Like, just do a survey on every single person that you know that's gotten into a relationship. Were they in love with themselves when they got into a relationship? Because my guess is no. So nothing about this advice was helpful. Also, the Lover's card doesn't necessarily signal like true love. Yes, it is a very strong card for love, but it can also be about decisions. It can also be about friendships. It can also be about things that come in twos. It is a very great card to pull, but it doesn't always mean about love and relationships. They always want to dramatize everything and be like, oh my god, stop, I just pulled this card, oh my god, you won't believe it. And then they'll draw another card and they'll be like, oh my god, I can't believe I just drew this card, because it all makes sense. Like, they always word things like that. Always. Oh my gosh, this is a really bad one. This is something that I always see on TikTok.
It looks like some of you guys have been avoiding having a very important conversation. I'm telling you right now, it's going to happen.
That's not what the Tower is about.
Or not. I don't know if this conversation is with another person or maybe with yourself, but it looks like you've been avoiding the conversation, and it has to happen. So just do it.
I'm looking at this tarot deck. She pulled the Tower, the what is it? The Nine of Flowers, which looks like it's probably either swords or wands. And then this deck has the King of, what is that? King of Spears. Okay, I'm going to assume spears are going to be the swords and then the flowers are going to be wands. But if you notice, she says you've had some sort of conversation that they've been avoiding, and she draws the Tower. The Tower is literally about like chaos and destruction. How is that even relevant to avoiding a conversation? If she said you're about to have a really chaotic conversation that could mess up everything, that could make more sense, but again, the vagueness. So the Nine of Flowers, aka the Nine of Wands, is a pretty positive card, but if you notice, she says, I don't know if this conversation is with another person or maybe yourself, but these cards really aren't reflecting on a conversation. I just think that this is just a made-up reading where she doesn't even know how to read tarot to begin with. And this is what I'm talking about. They just pull random cards and they say whatever the hell they want. And sadly, people who don't know how tarot works will eat this shit up. Especially if they draw negative cards like that, or cards that have just more negative meanings and implications behind them. And people will fall for things like this. It's really, really predatory. I really wish this would stop. But again, you don't need to be certified to read tarot. You could just own a tarot deck and start spewing nonsense and charge money for it, and boom, you could call yourself a tarot reader and people will eat it up. That's what I have to say about this one. Let's go to the second to last one. I literally just stumbled on this live on TikTok just today. I took a screenshot of it because it is so bad, so let's sit through it together.
Snap gonna break no contact. I feel like he's it's a no.
I feel like he's yeah, it's a no. What? What? You didn't even show us the card. And also, just as I was seeing her like sift through the deck, it looked like those were oracle cards and not tarot cards, but I could be wrong because she won't show us the deck. Let's just keep watching.
XJN. Will Derek be my boyfriend? Mia. I'm getting a yes.
Do you see her facial expression? She's like, I'm getting a yes. Like she's unsure. I want to say that she is probably a fraud. If you are going to read tarot, you should be confident in your abilities as a reader, which is absolutely why I do not offer readings to people, because I know that there are still things that I'm learning regarding tarot. As someone who's at least had 3 years under the belt, I can still get a sense of like what cards mean and what they don't mean, and I can just tell that this woman was just making stuff up. She wasn't sharing the cards, wasn't going in depth, and that is a red flag. I don't think you should ever join tarot readers who are on live on TikTok because they have to be quick because they get all these questions, and they do it just to do it for entertainment purposes, but some people might actually like go in thinking that this is the truth and that this is what they want, and that is just simply not how tarot works, and I wish people would learn from that. I'm curious to know down below in the comments if you stumbled across some terrible tarot readings on TikTok. If you remember what they were claiming, let me know in the comments down below. If you liked this video, do make sure you give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!